10, 9,
What are you
8.
counting?
The top 10 patterns for 2023.
Oh, wow. Can you guess what the #1 pattern is?
Hi, it's Donna Robertson.
And Fran Morgan with Fabric Café.
This has got to be one of my favorite videos that we shoot all year long.
Absolutely. We are going to count down the top 10 most popular patterns of 2023.
And we're doing this adventure together because Fran and I don't know the outcome either. They always keep it a secret from us, but they gave us the envelopes. So let's get started with number 10. Oh, wow! Carousel. Now, Jessica's going to be so excited. This is a brand new pattern that just came out, so let's get started. I know a lot of you know Jessica. She's been on some of our previous videos, and it's her very first pattern that she's ever designed. And when we introduced it just a mere 2 months ago, everyone went crazy over it. So let's put it on the table and we'll talk to you about some of the features on this one. Now, when we introduced this particular pattern and this kit, oh my gosh, they got so excited.
Yes.
And I think one of the selling points of this pattern is that there are no seams to match in building the blocks. And it's a one block quilt that's just made with rearranging your fabric slightly for the second block. Now we have all new fabric for this one, and this is a great ruby star fabric. Isn't that beautiful?
It's gorgeous.
Now this kit is called Trendy Blooms, and this is the #1 fabric, and we do have an image to show you how great it looks. That's going to be in this section of the quilt. That's our #1 position with this fabric. And then we have this great textural #2. You'd really need that to be your background so you have a resting place for your eye, and it really causes the design to pop forward. And then the #3 fabric, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? And it just blends beautifully. Has a little touch of a coppery metallic on the #3.
It just reflects the light just ever so slightly.
Kind of brings the quilt to life.
Yes.
Now that's what #3 is going to be in every place that you see here.
Now these kits all are linked below the video, and just click on that See More button. And they're all going to be there. The links are there. You just click the link. It'll go straight to the kit so that it's super easy for you to find them.
So this one is going to be listed as Trendy Blooms, and is that not beautiful?
It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
I think this is probably one of my favorite designs using the ruby star fabric that I've ever seen.
I really, really love it. You know, it's got so much interest and color, but yet it has a little structure to it, which I love because it's in this carousel pattern. Perfect.
It is gorgeous.
Okay, we have #9, and #9 is Old Glory.
Wow, I think that has been in the top 10 ever since it was first introduced. And what year was that? That was 20. It has been in the top 10.
All right, let's check out the actual quilt.
All right.
So it is perfectly understandable why Old Glory falls in the top 10 over and over again. We have this great friendship star here that has the reversed star here with the #3 in the background. And these are really quick strip piece stripes. So fun, so easy. Let's get it on the table, check out the fabric. Okay, so we have our quilt up here on the table, Old Glory, and a kit that is fabulous. It is called Seeing Stars. The name is on the bottom of the screen as well. So we have this very fun red star fabric that's got some red and some blue stars and some white stars.
And you know, this is a great guy quilt because doesn't that look like flannel shirts?
It does. Flannel
Just like
stars.
what Bob would wear.
And it's not flannel, it's cotton.
Right.
But it's really fun. So this focus fabric is going to go everywhere the red is here. So that'll be our stripes as well. And then our #2 is this fun white, and it has like a
square dot.
A square dot, but it's not quite a square. It's kind of, they're very creative squares.
They're very different sizes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is our #2, and that will go everywhere the white is on this one. And then our blue, so much fun.
Ooh,
Great
I love
texture. And look how much brightness it adds to the quilt. I really like that. So our blue will go everywhere the blue is on this one. So really lots of brightness, lots of fun, a little bit of a neat twist on our Old Glory here. And as you can see from the image on the screen, it turned out lovely, just darling.
It is. So. I really like this. And you know, I love the way the focus fabric, the #1 spot, actually shows off all those stars in the stripes. That is gorgeous.
Really great.
Okay, #8. Oh, this is just so exciting to me. Oh, look, it's one of my favorite babies. I love Dash. I love Dash. Now let's look at it and we'll show you some great fabric. So this pattern is called Dash, and Dash has been out for several years. But you know what happens is as we're going along and we bring out new kits, all of a sudden it's like they're rediscovered. So let's put this up here and see what the fabric looks like in this design. This is so cute, and it's so appropriate for Dash, because you're going to be dashing around the football on the soccer field or the baseball diamond whenever you're.
That is so true.
This is great if you've got a sports fan. So the number 1 fabric is going to be everywhere you see the gray square. And as I said, soccer balls, footballs, softballs. So this is a great double focus kit. It has 2 different fabrics that you can focus on, and that's the beauty of this pattern.
Yes.
Because all of us love those cool focusy fabrics, and that's what we're gravitating to. I mean, you don't usually walk in and see a white and say, oh, I love that white. But you love the footballs and the soccer balls. Yeah. So this is going to go everywhere the gray is. And then the number 2, we always say we want an interesting number 2. This is so perfect. It's going to be in the background. It still allows you to rest your eyes, but it also lets you see your all-stars.
Yes.
Yes. And here is the double focus. So it's the same print, but it's in a different color.
Yep.
And that is going to be everywhere you see the red, and it's also going to be in the little peekaboo squares.
So darling.
Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen?
That is so cute. They turned out so well.
It is. It is just wonderful. I love the way the stars in the background are, they're not dominant. They're subtle. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. But they still help it to really pop forward the footballs and the soccer balls. So that is great. I love it.
Okay, our number 7 most popular pattern of 2023 is Marion Bright.
Yay! I'm so excited. That's one of my new ones.
Yes, and this is a great one. It's got a great interest with the block and everything. So let's go look at the quilt.
All right.
So Marion Bright is great because we are alternating 2 blocks here. We've got a very, very simple 4 patch, and then we have this block here that highlights our focus here, just like it does in our 4 patch, and then some nice contrast. We've got some great fabric for you. Let's check it out. So we have Marion Bright here, and we have some really cool fabric.
Well, you know, I'm just so excited that this one was there. Do you have any ideas what number 1 would be?
I don't know.
Why don't we ask the audience, what do you think number 1 will be? Do you have a favorite pattern that you're rooting for to be in number 1?
Yeah, I'm curious. Let's find out. I'm excited.
All right.
Okay, let's look at this
let's
fabric.
Keep going.
Okay, because our very cool fabric of snowflakes here, it's a little shivery, but it's also very warm. I love blue and white quilts. One of my favorite things ever are blue and white quilts. And this is a great snowflake pattern. Now that is our focus, and it'll go everywhere you see the poinsettia fabric here.
Love it.
And then our number 2, this almost looks like the snowflakes have hit your windshield or your window in your house. And it's great, you know, it's that same thing like we had on the last one. Very simple, but not boring, so I love it. And it is gonna go everywhere the cream is on this quilt. And then our nice pop, our cherry on top is this gorgeous royal blue, and it is perfect for our focus fabric. And it will go in our half square triangles, our 4 patch, and on our binding. And it is striking. I love these colors. Love these colors. And you too can see how the Let It Snow kit looks amazing in our Marion Bright pattern. And it almost makes the shoe fly block look like a little snowflake.
It does. I like that.
It's very cool. It's just really turned out well. So it is just delightful in the Let It Snow kit.
I like it too. Okay, moving right along, number 6. Let's see what it is. La-da. Ba-dum, Freedom! Let's check that one out. Now, Freedom is another one that has appeared in the top 10 ever since it was introduced. And I love this one. I had so much fun designing this particular block. It was kind of a little bit of a challenge, but I simplified it so much, you are going to love making it too. So let's put it on the table and talk about it. So this kit is called Star Spangled, and I love it in the grunge. This is so, you know, you have that we called the last one Old Glory, but this one has that grungy look, so it makes it look like this flag is really tough. It's been through a lot. Okay, our number 1 fabric is the red, and it's going to go every place that you see the red, and of course the red and white stripes down here. We've got this as a little bit different. It's a little bit lighter, but it still has the star.
Yeah, and I think it's going to contrast really well.
Oh, I
love
think
that.
it will too.
Yeah.
It's really going to make the friendship star really pop.
Yeah.
And then the third color is the blue, and that's going to frame it beautifully. And again, it's going to really make it pop whenever you see that friendship star. And this friendship star really is an easy design when you follow the step-by-step instructions. So let's quit talking about it and see it all made up.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's very crisp and
Yes, I really do like that.
nice.
But even that white has that grunge look, so it's like, you know, really, this is a tough country.
yeah, it has a lot of dimension to it, so it really does add a nice touch to the quilt.
I think it's wonderful, and of course, the pattern comes free with the kit.
Okay, number 5. We're kind of at the halfway point. We
Awesome.
have Kaleidoscope.
Now, that one has been a favorite for a long time, but I don't remember if it's been in the top 10 before. If you've watched our top 10, tell us if you think it's ever been in the top 10 before.
That's a good question. Now let's go check out the quilt. So this is our Kaleidoscope quilt, and as you can see, it's really dynamic. It creates this great overall pattern on the surface of the quilt top here. And this one is made in some brilliant colors. We've got some other fabric that is just fantastic, so let's put it on the table. Check it out. So the Kaleidoscope quilt that we have here on the table is done in batiks that are really bright and bold, but we have some other batiks that are very serene and very peaceful that are just gorgeous, and it's going to look great in this. We have an image we're going to show you in a second.
Awesome.
So we have our focus fabric, and this is fun because it's just a blue on blue with a kind of a little starburst flower, and it's going to go right here where the pink is to create that wonderful dynamic design. And you know, before I go on to 2 and 3, this is an older pattern, and it just goes to show you how timeless the 3-yard quilts are and how amazing it is that just updating the fabrics, they just keep going and keep going and keep being favorites.
They do, and you know, this one really does look gorgeous, but I can't wait for you to show them how this one, the Cool Waters, is.
Yes. Okay, great focus. Our number 2 is just a simple fabric. It has a lot of dimension. It has that little roughed up look. It's got the blues, a little bit of white, some greens in there to coordinate with our focus. That's going to go everywhere the green is here. And then our number 3, it's almost like a little mimic of this one, but it's a smaller batik print here. And it's got a little bit of the green in the little flowers, a little bit darker blue to give us the weight that we're going to need in the border to really frame that pattern super. So I like these batiks.
I do too.
So nice. So our Cool Waters kit is what this is called. And wow, it is really nice in those blues. And that dynamic pattern piecing still just shows up so well.
And you know what's really, really cool about this one is they are made with half square triangles, and you have a 1 block pattern.
And you're just rotating them to make
Yeah.
oh, it's perfect.
So if you need some practice making half square triangles, this is the perfect one. They're big blocks, they're easy to put together,
Yes.
and easy to make a gorgeous quilt.
all great reasons why it fell in the top 10 this year.
Number 4, let's see what it is. I kind of like not knowing until I open up the envelope.
Me
It's kind
too.
of fun. Oh, it's so quick. Awesome. And guess what? We're going to go over and look at it, and I'm going to point out something really kind of coincidental with number 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I've got my curiosity piqued here.
So quick is just that. It is so quick. And remember I said there was a little coincidental thing going on there? It's made with a big 4 patch, and it's number 4. Let's put it on the table and talk about it. So it is so heartwarming to me to see this pattern continue to come out in the top 10. And I think one of the reasons is because new quilters love this pattern. And established quilters love it too, because if they need a quilt in a hurry, this is it. A nice big block and a nice big 4 patch.
And it just goes together like that.
It does. So quick.
So quick.
Now look at this fabric in this kit. I love this. all of the wildlife.
Yep.
And again, they're in these plaids.
They're wearing their flannel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it's not flannel.
It's
okay.
not flannel fabric, but it is cute. And I
is
guess
cute.
I have this on my mind because I recently bought Bob new plaid shirts.
Oh, yes.
But you wouldn't know Bob without a plaid shirt. So this is his number one, and this is where the number one is going to go in the quilt.
And real quick, I want to mention, this is a directional fabric, and this is the perfect block and the perfect pattern for that directional in your focus position.
It is. And that is another reason why this one has remained so popular, because we do buy those focus fabrics and we need something to put them in that works, and this
works, so perfect.
Great. Then we have our number two fabric, and this is this wonderful kind of, it's that rough textury fabric. It's not rough. The fabric is not rough, but the design looks sort of that worn kind of a look.
I like it.
that.
It's very cool.
And that's going to go everywhere you see the number two. And then our number three, there's your plaid. Now, if you've ever been worried about working with plaid, this is the perfect quilt pattern for that as well, because you're not going to be joining up those plaids. See how they're all separate, the number three? There's nothing around it that means you have to join those plaid lines or anything like that. And the same thing on the border.
Oh, this is so cute.
It is so cute. And look, this has that same little plaid that's in
the bear and the moose.
Yeah, I think
so
that's so cute. So let's quit talking about this fun fabric.
Okay, what is this great kit called?
This great kit is called Woodland Lodge. And look, I love it in this.
Oh, this is fun.
That is so cool. This would be a great gift quilt.
It would be.
Yes.
This would be a great quilt to dream in front of the fireplace on a cold day of your mountain lodge that you're going to buy.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think,
I'll have to put that on my wish list. All right, so this one is awesome.
All right, we have number three. And the top three positions, is it kind of like the beauty pageants where they get something special? Because they're the third one and then the second one. Okay, let's just find out. Okay.
Oh,
Town Square, one of my favorites too.
Yes.
Let's go check it out. So this is our Town Square pattern. Love it. The reason why I think this one has done so well is, first, we have a great big block here, which is perfect for one of those focus fabrics. And then we have bordered it with our 2 and 3. And it's a little piece border here, goes together really, really fast. But I think this gives a lot of dimension and a lot of pop for that focus fabric. So let's put it on the table. Check out that great fabric we have. You know, we were just dreaming about being on a mountain lodge. Now this is dreaming on being in that wonderful patio in springtime.
We do a lot of dreaming.
That's how creatives get their ideas.
Oh, yeah. And I bet my cat would probably be dreaming too with those cute little birds.
Oh, they're so cute. And I just love this with the nest and the little birds and the fruit and the leaves.
Oh,
it's just so
yes.
And this is another directional fabric, and Town Square is a perfect one for directional fabric in your focus position.
That is. And I love the fact that you've got those big blocks and that you can isolate a very treasured fabric.
Yes, I really like that. So this is going to go everywhere the big block is here. And then to coordinate with this, and this is so pretty, this gorgeous green, and it's printed to look like it's on linen, which is really kind of cool. And the green is our number 2, and that goes everywhere the green is here. And then a look-alike for our number 3 is the brown that looks kind of a linen-y texture with all of the twigs, and that's going to go everywhere the blue is.
This is going to be an awesome quilt. I can't wait to see the picture.
Is. So we're going to show you that, but first let's make sure we mention the name of the kit is called Nesting. You can see how the little bird fabric as our focus really pops off the surface with that green and that brown in the background. It works so well.
And I can see sitting on the screened-in porch with this in my lap.
Yep, I do too. So this looks great, and don't forget, it is our nesting kit.
Number 2. Okay.
Yay!
Are you excited?
We're getting so close.
Oh, I just got a peek, and you're going to love this. Arcade.
Oh, wow! Wow, that's awesome. That's another one of our new patterns.
It is. Boy, all the new patterns really were very well received.
It's exciting.
Now this one is arcade, and it's the number 2 pattern, and you can see why people got so excited about this one. And whenever we put it on the table and talk about it, we'll give you a couple of little pointers about why these blocks are so fun and easy to put together. So Fran, when you first showed me arcade and you started telling me, I immediately, in my designer mind, started figuring out how you made it. And then whenever you started stepping through it the first time, I was like, oh, wow, that's easier even than I had first thought. Because this part is made in a strip piece with 3 pieces of fabric sewn together and cut into a unit. And then that unit is turned and a little sashing put in the middle, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so easy.
What that means is there's no matching seams here, which makes it so simple.
Yes, I was really impressed.
Thank you.
You're a great designer.
Oh, you are too. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now this is beautiful fabric.
Oh my goodness, so pretty.
You kind of have to do like this because you're drooling, because this is such a pretty
This
fabric.
is so pretty.
But this is going to go everywhere you see the number 1 fabric here.
Yep.
It's going to be framed beautifully here with this kind of, it's an off-white, but it's sort of a real pale putty, I guess would be the way I would describe it.
And it has a great texture, almost like it's been screened or something.
Yes, I really like that. That's
Very
a
pretty.
nice warm white. And then we have our blue that's going to be on this outside edge as well as here.
Great texture on that one too.
We love texture on our fabrics because
Yes.
it keeps them from being boring, I think. But let's talk about not boring.
Right.
This is beautiful. It's called Colorful Nature. Is the kit. Oh, gorgeous.
Oh, it's striking.
Oh, it is so pretty. I just think that turned out beautifully.
It really is gorgeous. And I love the way the block, the alternate block with the big square, really kind of pops off the surface of it. It kind of gives it a dimension, even though it's not dimensional.
Right, and it just has a lot of movement to it too, because you kind of your eyes kind of go to the background and then they come to the front again.
It's great.
It is gorgeous. I love arcade in that fabric.
Okay, it's a number 1. Are we ready? We got the confetti ready? Okay. It is Christmas Forest.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right.
So understandable why it's number 1. So let's go look at the quilt. Christmas Forest is such a fun pattern. So what we have here is our little trees made with half rectangles. And look how this is a double focus for our trees, which is, I think, great for a Christmas fabric, or it could be any time of year if you just have 2 different focus fabrics. So cute. Let's put it on the table and check out the fabric. So we have gorgeous fabric for Christmas Forest. Oh my goodness. And you know, it's actually not strong Christmas, so it could be displayed all year. That's
one of the reasons I like this pattern so much, because it's so versatile. You could put fall trees. You could do the glitzy glammy trees.
I just had an idea.
What
if you had scrap fabric of all the seasons and you put all the seasons in your trees?
You could do that.
That'd be fun.
That's a good idea.
Fun. You could have
very versatile. Okay. No wonder it's
fun.
number 1.
All right, but let's look at this kit. This is called Radiant Paisleys, and this is a gold and brown paisley on a black background. Gorgeous. Love all of this metallic. And that is going to be in your focus fabric for one of the trees. And then we have our number 2, which is this great white with the swirl on it. That will be the background. To me, it almost looks like the wind blowing or something.
Yeah. All the way through our trees.
Yeah, the breeze through the limbs. Okay. We love to create stories. Then our number 3 is this great black. Now this black has a little metallic polka dot on it, and that is going to be our opposite tree. And that is really going to be gorgeous. And of course, we've got it on the border, and then our focus is on the border. But this is a very elegant combination.
And this one could stay out all year long. So like I said, don't let the title fool you when we call it Christmas Forest.
That's true. That's true. Because really, it's just radiant, like radiant paisleys.
Right.
All right. So let's check out that image. And it's gorgeous.
It is just as gorgeous as you were describing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is really pretty. I love the metallic and the focus fabric on this, and I really love the way it shows off on the border in this pattern. It's very elegant. And so once again, this is the Christmas Forest pattern, our #1 pattern of 2023, and our Radiant Paisleys.
Did you know what #1 was going to be?
Oh, I don't think I knew.
I didn't either.
So be sure and check out the description below where all of the links for the kits are. They're available now, so be sure to just hit that See More button.
And if you like a great deal, we have all 10 of these patterns bundled together at a discounted price. So be sure to check that out in the information below.
That's great. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our top 10 from 2022. That video will pop up on the screen for you.
Thanks for watching.